Hey guys, today we're taking a look at my Steelswarm deck. Now, Steelswarms are kind of about two different things. They're similar to Monarchs in that they get a lot of bonuses from tributing and tributing their own monsters, but they also have access to very strong 4-star XYZs. So it's kind of two parts to it, and you could build your deck around either. You can try to mix it up. My deck has some tributes, but also gets a lot of power from the 4-star XYZs. So first off, we have Steelswarm Caller. It's just really nice, allowing you to get additional power after you already tribute summon, so giving you really good advantage and a decent attack card. Steelswarm Cell, just a really easy special summon, giving you access to tributes very quickly, which is very nice. Steelswarm Girastag is the only tribute I'm using in this deck. Very nice card, 2600 attack, and you'll be bringing him out with one Steelswarm, which will be very easy with this how this deck works. So, gives you big advantage being able to destroy a card, gain life points. In addition with Caller, you're going to start swarming, start wiping the field, and start getting life points. It's just really great altogether. We're running a couple Evilswarms, Evilswarm Castor, just allowing you to get additional summons really quickly. Really nice to allow you to start XYZing or doing other stuff. Evilswarm Kerykeion, kind of the similar thing, allowing you to kind of do some things with tributes and also giving you abilities to summon more monsters. So kind of similar, these two cards can be very helpful in supporting the Steelswarms. And then we have Masked Chameleon, really interesting card in this deck. So this gives you access to some nice synchros and XYZs very easily. The thing about Steelswarms is they all have 0 defense, so this is a very nice card in combination with this deck type. Really nice when you're using the graveyard. So along with that, Dark Grepher fits really well in this deck, loading the graveyard for what you need to do. Stygian Street Patrol, also really nice, giving you access to special summoning from the graveyard. So you can do a lot from the graveyard, and you can do a lot of stuff with a pretty good hand advantage. That's kind of the point of the deck, bringing out these 4 stars really easily to XYZ or Tribute or Synchro, whatever fits the situation. So for the spell cards, Infestation Pandemic, just a really great card. Really great when you're going on a big offense. MST, Forbidden Dress, really nice in this deck to protect some of your more powerful monsters that kind of lock down your opponent. That's what some of your cards do, so since they're locking them down, you want to keep them safe. So Forbidden Dress can be a really good card for that. Reinforcement of the Army to get some of the cards. So Dark Grepher is very good for this, but not really going to help you with the Steelswarms. It just allows you to fill the graveyard really easily, and can be very nice when you have these cards that use the graveyard, but you don't have your graveyard ready yet. Then we have Dark Hole. So for the traps, Infestation Infection, just really nice, kind of allowing you to recycle and getting whatever you need for the situation, which is really nice. Fiendish Chain, bunch of other staple traps. Eradicator, Epidemic Virus, obviously a really great card and really nice. The thing is, you'll be getting a lot of swarming and advantage, so getting rid of one of your tribute monsters for this really isn't too bad, especially with the amount of other lockdown you're doing. So in combination with other stuff, this is really powerful. Then one Infestation Terminus, just really nice, allowing you to bounce cards, so it can be pretty useful. And then just some staple traps. As far as the extra deck goes, we're going to be running 3 Ophion, just a really great card, a very high attack, locking down your opponent from special summons, and also getting you infestation cards. So really great card overall. Bahamhut is just also really good, allowing you to just take control of your opponent's monsters. It's like a 4-star big eye, so very nice. And King of the Feral Imps, useful for getting Masked Chameleon. A bunch of other staple XYZs, you can put in whatever you want. There's some other things you could do, but personally this is the ones I'm running. So for the synchros, it's pretty obvious what you'll be using. Castor, because you have Masked Chameleon and Steelswarm Cell, which can get up very quickly, and 8 stars, Stardust, Scrap, Dark End Dragon, because these are all darks, and Crimson Blader. So not too much to say there. As far as the side deck goes, in my videos, side decks are just recommended cards that also work with the deck. It isn't a side deck for matches. So Effect Veiler, another way to get rid of effects and have access to synchros. Dark Arm Dragon can be really nice in this deck. Personally not what I'm running, but can be useful. Darkness Neosphere can also be really nice because this is all a Fiend-based deck. The only issue is that I'm not running as many Fiends as some other people might, but this can be useful. Steelswarm Hercules gets run in a lot of Steelswarm decks that run more monsters that can tribute easily, but personally not what I'm running. Steelswarm Moth, another tribute option, can be nice for bouncing, but not personally what I'm using. Steelswarm Genome, this can be nice for the higher Steelswarm monsters like Hercules. So this can be really, really good for that, but it doesn't really work in my deck. Steelswarm Scout, if you're not using any back row, this could be really nice. This is kind of like Treeborn Frog, but I am using back row in this deck, so not for me. Steelswarm Roach, another card that you could be using to lock down, but personally I'm running something else. Thing is, his his effect negates, so it's more powerful, but I think Ophion is more useful overall. Allure of Darkness, one thing my deck could lack is a little bit of draw power, so this could be useful. I don't really want to run Pot of Duality because I have a lot of special summoning going on. First Step Towards Infestation, really nice to kind of give you some more draw power and save your monsters, which can be useful. Recurring Nightmare, again, these monsters all have 0 defense, so this can be very useful for getting stuff from the graveyard, but I'm using the graveyard, so it isn't that much of a big deal. Infestation Wave, another interesting card that allows you to kind of destroy stuff. It can be helpful, but currently not what I'm running. Ripples can be pretty nice just for, allowing you to have a monster reborn, basically, but I'm not too much of a fan of it. Infestation Tool can also be really useful. This is kind of like your Foolish Burial for this deck. So loading up your graveyard and increasing attack, so that could be pretty nice. And Deck Devastation Virus, again, along with the other virus, can start locking down your opponent, which is pretty nice. But that's my Steelswarm deck. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Just kind of locking down your opponent, bringing out monsters very quickly. If you have your own Steelswarm deck, you can post below. Let me know in the comments what cards you use. Make suggestions for me, things like that. If you like this video, you can subscribe or hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. You can also check the playlist in the description. It'll have a list of all the decks I've made so far and also all the decks for this ban list if you want to check that out. All my contacts are in there as well. If you want to talk to me, tweet me, duel me, anything like that, it's all in the description. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you later.